So what's up guys, this is Ninja on Ninja and I got a video for you today. And for the record, just know something, I'm real. What you see is what you get. Everybody else, I will, the ones that I've noticed, the ones that I've seen, the ones that I've come across, they're all fake. They offer you something that's not real. It's pretend. They're lying. They're beating their chest. They're trying as hard as they can to pre- to pretend to. They're basically lying to you. They're pretending to be something that they are not. They're trying to be the boss or the manager of your store, and they can't do it. That's what's going on. They want the power and the money, but they don't deserve it. Okay? That's what's going on. I understand. I think I'm gonna start opening my videos for as long as I remember. I will say that because it's true. Everyone's faking it, and they're making it hard for people like me to exist. I know it's that because I'm sitting here like prepping up. I'm getting ready. That's what it is. That's what I was. I'm an alpha. I'm an alpha. I really was. I was a competitive, a combative person. I would fight with my friends. I would argue. I would debate. I would get into fist fights. I would race. I would run. I would get a date. I would talk. I would yell. I would fight. I'd play soccer, football, basketball, everything. You name it, hockey, um, soccer again, because I'm Mexican, right? Anyways, so I got a video. And I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just gonna watch it and enjoy it, but I can't. I can't. Hmm. It's interesting. Huh. That's kind of cool. It seems to automatically adjust to the window, to the wall, to the sweatshirt, jama. Anyways, um, sorry, I'm trying to do something here. Okay. So I'm watching this video, by the way. Everything you need to know about League of Legends itemization by Expeteur, alright? He's a cool guy, 102,000 views. This is 4 months ago, apparently. I just seen it. It just showed up. I was gonna just let it play as I did other stuff, but as you can possibly see, I didn't make it very far before I was like, hell, God. And so here we are. Here we are. I have to call you out. So I was fine with it. I didn't care. But then you said this.
Professional players that I would like to start maybe by asking John.
I would like to start for the record. So literally, this is the first thing you said. I had a problem with it. So just want to point that out. There you go.
Options. So that's what we are going to be doing today. I would like to start maybe by asking John if the professional players that you've worked with use item sets at all, or is it mostly just player kind of head information where they remember their builds?
So I wanted to respond to your question because you shouldn't need a coach for this question because basically what you should know is who fuck hold on who cares who cares what you think, what he thinks, what she thinks, what they think. It doesn't matter. Think what you think what you need to. Go from A to B. That's the goal. It doesn't matter how you get there. Right? That's what it comes down to. What you're talking about, I'm curious how one. No, that's called a middleman. You don't need that shit. That's why everyone's a robot. That's why everyone's a Nazi. That's why there's factories, and that's why there's problems everywhere because everyone's a middleman now. Everyone's operating off of something else. This is especially prevalent on the right with Christians and in the army, right? Jesus, for Christianity, for the religion, for God, blah blah blah, or because the general said so, or because the army said so. You need to stop. Let it go. Let it go, let it go. I don't want to be ignored, right? Okay, anyways. Continue.
Yeah, they don't generally. I know some people do, but in general, we don't. And we don't use it like you were just showing there, which I think is really, really useful. So, from a coaching point of view, anytime we can kind of front load the thinking and the decision making, so you do it before you get into a match, that's always going to be useful because
that was what made me want to make this. I'm not going to do the whole video. I'm going to point a few things out, and I think that might be the last thing. We'll see what the next thing is. If it's just we'll see. We'll see. The problem is now you went from not only right, how he has a middleman, now as a coach, you're thinking of ways to enforce someone else to use a middleman. And we just explained how terrible that is, right? And now this is why bad teachers and bad coaches and bad parents exist. The world isn't copy pasta. My A is not your A, and it shouldn't be, right? This is why copy pasta IRL doesn't work. This is why old school mom and pop shops were the shit. This is why America was wonderful. Now we're becoming everybody else. And you know why we're becoming everybody else? Because they're in charge and they're choosing to enforce it. Because your suffering equals them having 10 yachts. That's what's going on today. And that's what this is. You're like, hey, let's take the thinking out of it and we'll trust that guy. The problem is that guy can be like, hey, how can we trick this guy into doing what he's doing, but how can I make money off it? And now we're to the point where it's like you go to work and you get paid 10 cents for every dollar. That's basically what's going on. Like, stop it. Go back to mom and pop shops. The reason why it doesn't work and the reason why inflation is taking hold is because the rich people and how they're absorbing and abusing the system. Inflation wouldn't exist if the middleman didn't exist. You would still pay like $2 for a fucking car. You know what I'm saying? Not literally, but every dollar would matter because everything would matter. Now nothing matters. Now a dollar doesn't matter, right? Because the people that have money, it doesn't matter, right? They just spend. But there's so many people out there that are suffering, like the immigrants. Like there's so much sex trafficking, and God knows what. There's nothing else. Everyone's dried up and pruned out at fucking 20 because they're exploiting the shit out of the system. Healthcare, it's all artificial bullshit. It's all synthetic bullshit. My mom is dead because of it. I almost died because of it. Wake the fuck up.
you would think, okay, can't be that hard.
Yeah.
But not only obviously should you flex a lot, but then when you're on stage under pressure, I've been in games where before it was
What he's talking about right now, it's called stage fright. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't prepare for it. You know what you do? Experience it. Most games, most situations, you experience it. Like Nike says, just do it.
this, before it was impossible to do.
Yeah.
Someone bought 2 shielding items, Sterax and Hex Drinker, so they just cancel each other out, or 2 different Sheen items and stuff like that. And you would never do it in a non-pressure game, but
that doesn't matter. It's gonna happen. Mistakes are gonna happen. You may have prevented that mistake, but now here comes another one that no one's seen yet because that's gonna happen. That pressure is gonna happen. You can't prevent the unpreventable. You can't avoid the unavoidable. You can't capture life. Life finds a way. That's just how it works. The best thing you can do is to be prepared. That's why it depends. In science, everything depends. At the very basic fundamental level, all the way to the top, it depends. How much dirt is there? How big is the hole? You know what I'm saying? Or how big is the spaceship? Where are we going? Why are we going there? What's the planet? It depends. What channel or what champion are we playing? Or how much damage are they doing? How much HP does a CS? It depends. Everything depends, right? And again, the middleman, which is the problem in America, this is why we're paying so much for healthcare and so much for medications and why people are dying and suffering is happening, is because of middleman, right? You're putting so much into someone else's hands and they're taking advantage of it.
It's always better from a coaching point of view to
No,
just
it's
front
not.
load that thinking
No,
so
it's
that you
not.
can be a lot more efficient with the whole process.
You were a coach. You suck. I would never fucking hire you for my kids. I would never fucking trust. I'm fucking done. I'm done. You just for you to even explain the fact that you're a coach right now. Oh, I was a coach, therefore I'm right. Fuck you, motherfucker. I just told you. There's no middleman. Get rid of it. Out, out, out. The only reason why the only thing a middleman can teach you is to be ready. That's it. Shit's gonna happen. Be ready for it. That's the best lesson you can give. That's it. Be ready. Shit's gonna happen. Be ready. How do you be ready? Come with me. Let's go. Not here's the answer. This is how you do this. A equals B, so therefore C. No, because life was like, hey, I'm gonna fucking throw F at you. Just because that's what happens. You wanna know something? I was, I think, 19, 20 or something like that. I remember being in a hospital, right? I had to sign a paper that said if the doctors accidentally kill you, your family won't press charges. And I had to sign that paper. You understand? Nothing prepares you. Nothing prepares you. There is no answer for everything. There is no, this is the best. This is why the Baus sucks. This is why Night Blue sucks. This is why Expatua sucks. In this regard, he sucks. As far as just existing, cool. If all he was just a good AI program, not good. Because the next patch, guess what? You're stuck. You're fucked. Because all you knew to do was use the code. Problem is, now it doesn't work anymore. Back to start. Better go back to your coaches, back to your teachers, and learn your scripts again. That's what you're doing. Trick 2G, Night Blue, fucking all these motherfucking people, man. MSNBC, MSN, fucking CNN, Fox News, it's all the same bullshit. Right? It's all the same bullshit. Trust the middleman. Your healthcare providers is the same bullshit. Trust the middleman. We'll teach you, right? This is why everything costs. I just posted a video recently. They want $2,000 for something where the guy made two of them for 5% of the cost of one. The guy made two of them. And to make both of them, he paid 5% of one. And his probably was better on top of that. Because the stuff that he used was good. That was mom and pop, right? You bought a chair from so and so, it was a good fucking chair. You bought a shoe from Nike. It was a good shoe. You knew it was a good shoe because they put their heart and soul into it. The problem is, like I just pointed out a video about Parker called something Parker. Everyone wants to make something and throw something out there to make money, to have power, to influence, to blah blah blah. They want to buy nice things. I don't want any of that shit. I don't. I never did. I never did. I rode passenger because I wanted to. You understand? I grew up. My parents attempted to spoil the shit out of me. You know what I did? I tried to get away. I tried to, instead of like, yay, I could suck my mom's booty until I'm fucking 40 if I wanted to. I probably could. I probably could right now if I stayed and my mom stayed alive and the shit fucking wasn't crazy in the world. I might be sucking my mom's tits still today. My tits would be fucked up, right? Because of it. But because of who I was, I got away. I ran away. I was like, I don't want to be spoiled. I want to face the music. I want to be ready, right? My mom died and I was fucked because my mom did a lot of shit for me that I didn't know existed. And I had to learn quick. And I lost my house. My dog died. One dog died because my mom was a shitty parent sometimes. Well, she ended up becoming a shitty parent. And the reason why is because the same reason why I almost died. It's all the same reason why the rest of the world in that area sucks. Again, it's because they required a middleman. And that middleman took advantage of them. And you just, okay, you know the truth, but it will kill you off. And so we'll just take you and just put you off stage. And here's the stage, see everything works. Or just like that streamer picture I can't find nowadays. But back then, like you see this girl in front of a screen, and you see it lit up, and she's like all happy, and you see the bed, and it looks all taken care of. Everything's nice and neat. But everywhere where the light doesn't show was all fucked up and torn up and trashy and disgusting and nasty. That's how the world works. That's the Hollywood mindset right there. That's the Fox News mindset. Where take what you said and turn it to make people angry and hatred and blah blah blah. And this is why you hate gay people and why you hate blue people. It's the same thing with gangs and violence back then. But we learned and we stopped that shit. But nowadays, it's bad. It's bad. Anyways, that's it. That's it. Thank you, Expatua, for exposing how fake you are. Apparently. Just like that last video I posted with fucking whatever the fuck his name is. I can't fucking think about his name, whatever it was. Go to history. Parker. I know it's something Parker. Let's see. Parker, get a job. That's his name. Parker, get a job. 3.7 people watching, and all he does is he talks to Trump supporters. And so he's talking like one mind at a time. It's fine to change their mind to see the bigger picture. But when you're talking about shit that doesn't matter, that's when it doesn't matter. That's when I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. And that's what he does most of the time. Sometimes he does the right thing. Like I try to make a video and talk about it, blah blah blah. But sometimes, like a lot of the time, he misses the mark. Same thing with Destiny as well. Sometimes it's yes, but most of the time it's no. With me, it's always yes. Basically, because I'm responsible, right? I'm the driver, unfortunately, right? The world fucking sucks. I was the way I was. I was like, I don't want to drive off a cliff. And so I took the wheel from that kid and I took over. I was like, okay, fuck you. Then if you're taking this car off a cliff, I'm getting out. And so I did, and that was the end of that life. Now I'm driving this car. And there we go. And the same thing happens in Destiny's Discord in chat rooms. right? I start a room. I'm by myself. Me and one person will talk. Then another person shows up. Then another person shows up. And then we start debating. And then after an hour, they're talking about fucking sex in a room. And I'm like, okay, I gotta fucking go. And the reason why is because most models show up and they distort the discussion, and you risk getting banned basically because you came from South Park. I have a video posted about it. I got banned from Discord. And then I tried to talk to Destiny about it, and he banned me from his other channel. So I was like, what the fuck, dude? You guys are. Grassroots, ladies and gentlemen. Bernie Sanders, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out. Be well, be happy, be safe. I'm gone, so yeah, take it easy. Peace.